How's it going, everybody? It's Dustin here, and today we got the drill just hooked up. We got to air the tires up, squirt some grease on it, make sure all the tubes are clean. Then we're going to throw some seed in it and go plant the fields that we disked yesterday. So we've got to, looks like we got some cleanup to do. That's, if you see all the grass, that's what I was trying to avoid yesterday whenever I burnt the field off, is when you get a lot of dead grass, it gets all wadded up in the drill, and the drill don't like it. Ideally, I would really like to use a no-till drill, but I just can't afford one right now, so we're going to keep using the drill. So, like I said, we're going to air the tires up, and these have grooved tires, so you can see your rows when you go around. They make a real noticeable impression in the dirt, so that's why they're like that, with no, just two outside ribs. So we'll grab the little air compressor and the grease gun. I think we got a few, yeah, there's a couple grease certs here and there. We'll get some grease shot on those and go throw some seed in it. So okay, we got the tire airing up. I got the disc there cleaned off. So need to get the drill set up. So here's our poundage chart. So like if you're wanting to plant, let's say wheat, and you want to put 20 pound to the acre down, you'll set the seed index notch on 4, which is these right here. So you move these and it moves this gear right here, which is right here. So the more of that gear that is exposed, the more seed it's picking up. So we're planting sorghum, a sorghum cross, sorghum Sudan cross, but we're gonna go off of sorghum, and we want to put about 25 to 30 pounds per acre. So that's going to be between notch 6 and notch 8. 8 would be 32, 6 is 24. So let's see here. There's 5, that's 6, 7. So we have very little of that gear out, because we're not putting much down. Now we'll go to the other side, move it down. We might put it on 8. What are we on here? 5, 6, 7. Let's move it over one more to 8. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we got that set. Then you've got these doors right here. And that, the sorghum, that's like based on your seed size. So you want to raise that. We'll raise that up all the way to there. Otherwise, if you leave those doors open, the seed will just flow straight through. So we'll get those raised all the way up, get the other seed index moved over, and we should be pretty good to go. I'm definitely a rookie at this. I know about that much. So anything you see I'm doing wrong, tell me. It's just so I know for next time. I've planted this maize 4 or 5 times, and it's getting a little better each time, but I have no experience farming other than this, none at all. So if you see stuff I'm doing wrong, just let me know. Okay, we're all aired up, greased up. There's only a couple grease certs, and it's for the drive gear there. We got our gates raised up, so now you can see that little hole. That's the only spot the seed will come out. So we're not putting much seed out. So that's the, you know, if those gates are down, there's nothing regulating the seed. So when it drops, it just keeps continuously dropping. That little basin fills up, and then it just gradually pushes one out. So I'm doing a horrible job explaining that, but anyway, so this is ground driven. So the hydraulic cylinder here raises and lowers the cutters, disc, whatever you want to call them. They drop down in the ground and they're driven. When that's dropped down, this coupler engages and the tires turn chains, and the chains move these gears. So when the cutters are up, disc, whatever you want to call them, nothing's happening. When you drop it down, those couplers slide in, they engage, and you start putting seed out. So pretty simple deal. That's why these things last forever. There's really not much, as long as you don't put fertilizer in them. Like this front box is the fertilizer box, and this one's never had fertilizer in it. So that's usually the downfall of these. When people put fertilizer in them, the fertilizer is horribly corrosive, and it just rots these things to smithereens. This is the seed box, a lot bigger than the fertilizer box. So this one, it's got no rust at all. Like I said, when I got it, the paint was like new, and it kills me that it has sat outside and now it's all faded out, but whatever. All right, let's go grab our seed. We'll get it in the box, then we're gonna go do some drilling. All right, we got our seed in the box. This is what we plant. BMR is what it goes by. It's a hybrid sorghum Sudan grass. A lot of people call it hay grazer. It's like anything else. There's 50 different names for it because there's probably 50 different people making it. This is a high quality one. So I've used some stuff called green graze, and where I'm putting 25 to 30 pounds per acre, you've got to put almost double that. So this is expensive. It's almost $100 a bag. The other stuff's half price, but you got to put twice as much out. So I like this product. It grows really good, and this stuff is really drought tolerant. So It's almost like it quits growing when the rain quits, and then when the rain starts, it starts growing again. Whereas corn will just shrivel up and die. So that's why I use it instead of corn. So, one thing I forgot to show you all, if you're wondering, these chains. So, your cutter makes a slit in the ground. Your seed drops down the tube into the groove, and the chain drags behind it and covers the seed up. You're supposed to put the chains up here like that for when you're just driving around, but I ain't too worried about it. But if you're wanting to go down the road or something, you definitely want to put them chains up. All right, let's get to planting. Well, we're back. It's the next morning. We got everything planted. Everything went good. We got the drill put back up. So earlier in the video, I talked about a no-till drill. So like I said before, this is a grain drill. So this hydraulic cylinder puts, when it goes down, all these arms move and these go down, and they put pressure on these springs, and that pushes the cutter down. So the only thing putting pressure on that cutter is this spring, which doesn't have a whole lot of tension. So that's why you have to disc before you use a grain drill, because if you just were to run it over the hard ground, that cutter has no down pressure and you're not going to get the seed in the ground. A no-till drill, this hydraulic cylinder, the whole weight of the planter is sitting on the cutters. Like, you can put hydraulic pressure down on the cutters, pick the whole planter up, and have all the weight of the planter sitting on the cutters, and it'll cut straight through untilled ground. They work great. I'd love to have one day, because you don't have to disc, and the more you disc, the more chances for erosion, your topsoil getting blown off in the wind, and it's just better. I mean, it's just a proven fact. If you can keep stuff growing in your soil will be better. So if you no-till cover crops, like you plant that maize, then the maize is over, you run a cover crop, you run some clover or whatever, you run a cover crop over it. When that cover crop dies, you plant something else over top of it. If you constantly keep something growing in your soil and you alternate with cover crops, and you will have much better soil. But no-till drills are really expensive. So you can pick these up $500,000 at auctions, and you're not going to even think about touching a no-till drill for probably under $7,500, $10,000. So we're going to keep using this for a little while. I'd really like to find one, but we don't do enough planting here to even justify the thought of one, to be honest. But I think it would definitely be better for the soil long term. So might be something we work toward to one day. Anyway, we got everything planted. We still have to plant the sunflowers. We're about a week away from that. Sunflowers come up really fast if we get any rain. I don't know. We ain't had rain in a while. So, but anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one.